Hi everyone, it's Carissa from Sprinkled with Glitter, and I am here with a video for Lifestyle Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make the felt flower clips that were featured on the Elle blog just a few weeks ago. And I'm going to start out with some of the things you're going to need. These are the Nesting Blossoms dies, and they come in a package and it has 6 dies. And for this I'm going to number from biggest to smallest so that I can better tell you which ones you're going to need. So the smallest, if that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, I used numbers 2, 3, and 4 to create this flower. Now, if you wanted your flower larger, you could just go up 1, so you could use 3, 4, and 5. And if you wanted smaller, you could go 1, 2, and 3. So just for a reference for those, to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to show you when you're cutting with these dies. I have this die here. This is the number 2 die here, and I want to show you the difference in the felts that I use. This felt here, which is the one that I used for the actual project, is a high quality 100% wool felt. It's a very dense felt, and you can very much feel the difference between this felt here and this felt here. Now this felt here is one that I purchased at a local big chain store, and you get it in the big rectangles, and it comes, I think they're like 25 cents each. Now this is not a high quality wool felt, and you can see the difference in the way this cut. This cut very cleanly on the 100% high quality wool felt. On the regular, let's just say bargain felt, you can see that I have some, it did cut, but because it's not as dense, the fibers are not as dense, it did not cut cleanly. Now you could definitely make this work. You're just going to have to do some trimming around some of these corners. But because the high quality felt cuts so well, I recommend the 100% wool felt. So just as a note for that. Now to cut the felt, what you're going to do, if you're using an Epic 6, I'm going to bring in my platform here. This is the cutting platform here for the Epic 6, and you can see I had a few boo-boos where I turned my dies upside down. That's okay, it still works. This is the cutting platform, and if you're cutting felt on the Epic 6, you're going to want to use your cutting platform. Then you're going to want to place your die with the blade side up, and you will place your felt over that. So this is how I did this one. And then you will use your cutting mat and run it through the Epic 6. Now if you're finding you're not getting really clean cuts, go ahead and just put a piece of cardstock directly underneath that to kind of shim it up a little bit, and you should be able to get a nice clean cut. Now, if you're using your Sizzix Big Shot or Big Kick, you'll want to use your multi-purpose platform here, and you will use tab 2, and then you will use your cutting plates, place your die and your felt on it, place your other cutting plate on top, and run it through. And either one of these machines have given me great results. I've tested it on both. If you have a Kettlebug, I'm sorry, I cannot help you there. I do not have a Kettlebug, and so I don't know the exact layering or sandwich that you would use for that. But for the most part, this has been the same for me as cutting cardstock. The difference, your biggest difference, is going to be in the kind of felt that you use. So I want to go ahead and show you how I put this together. Let's start here. I have cut one of the size 2 in the green. I have cut 5 of the size 3 in the pink, and 1 of the size 4 in the pink as well. And then I have used 2 of the leaves from the Nesting Leaves set, and I've cut those in the green as well. So I'm going to show you how to do these, and I have cut a few extras so that I could kind of show you on camera your different options. This is what we're going to end up with, and we're going to take 5 of these and layer them all together to make that flower. This one I've gone ahead and done, and I've used just a regular stapler. So what you'll do is you'll take your nesting blossom here, and you're going to fold it in half to where the to where the petals match up. And then once again, you'll fold it in half, just like that. Now, I have used a regular stapler. So in order to do the regular stapler, you're just going to put it right through in there as close to the edge as you can get it, but still going through, and you're just gonna staple down. Okay, and that's as easy as it is. All right, now I wanna give you another option if you don't like the stapler option. I have also used this mini stapler, and it works fabulous as well. The benefit of this mini stapler over the larger stapler is that it's going to be easier to hide those staples when you put it all together. But I'm thinking that it's not going to be a problem either way. Your next option would be to use a hot glue gun. And I have mine here. You would just put a little dab in the center here. And then you're going to follow the same process. Let me get my glue gun back on its base here. You're just going to follow the same process. So you're going to fold this over to where they match. And please be careful if you do decide to use the glue gun that you don't burn yourself. And then you would put some more hot glue here and glue it like that. So you need to make actually 4 of these in the pink. I'm going to go ahead and staple this one just because I think it's easier, and my stapler's right here, and I kind of missed on that one, but that's okay. I can go back and staple again. Now, the next option that you could do would be to fold these and fold it in half again, and then run a stitch, if you're a sewer, along this edge here, just to kind of stitch that shut. Now, so there's 3 different options: staples, hot glue, or a fabric glue, or a sewing machine, and it will all get you to this end result. So as long as you get 4 of these made together in the pink and 1 of the smaller one in the green, you'll be able to put this together. So let me go ahead and finish this up. So I have my 4 pinks done already, and I'm going to go ahead and do my green here. Now this one's a little bit smaller, so it's a little trickier. I mean, it's not tricky, but you just got to be careful where you place your staple. So now that I have my 4, let's call them little bunches made up, I'm going to start gluing these down onto the same size. This is a size 3 blossom. I'm going to start gluing them down, and for this I did use hot glue. And what I tried to do is just get a couple of the leaves to start matching up here. And then I'm going to glue these all the way around, just like this. Okay? So just like that is how I'm going to glue those. All right, so let's get started on that. So just to note, as you're placing these, you see how more of the staple is showing on this side than this side? I want to put the side that has more of the staple showing down towards the glue. That's going to make it easier to cover those staples up. And you can see where I had my boo-boo earlier where I put the staple side up. That's not what you want to do. I'm going to take my little green one then, and I'm going to place that one in the center. So now this is another thing where you have some options. I chose to use another smaller flower in the center here, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that and push that down in there. However, if you wanted to use a gem or a rhinestone or a button, you could do that as well. So just use your imagination with that. So I'll go ahead and just place another bit of glue in the center. And I'm going to put this one down, directly down in there like that. Okay? Now what I kind of do is, as this is drying, I kind of stick my fingers in here and kind of push these up and push that green one up from the bottom so that I kind of get it to lift up out of that hole. And that way when it's sitting in there, you get a nice full flower. Okay? So easy. And that is, I mean, that is the biggest part of making this flower. Now, to finish this off, all I've done is I've gone ahead and taken this whole thing, and this part is completely optional, but I think it gives it a nice base to rest on. I've taken this whole thing, which are all the size 2 and 3s, and I've layered it on a size 4 felt flower. Okay, so there's that. And then the final step is just going to be to take these leaves and glue them to the back side as well. All right, so I'll just do that really quick. And what I like to do is just put a little bit on the leaf, or on the leaf itself. And then I can kind of do this from the front and position them where I want. Okay, and so there you have it. Now to finish this off, if you wanted to put a magnet or a clip or anything that you want to attach it to something else, a pin on the back, that's completely up to you, but the possibilities are really endless with this flower. Try it with some of the other flower nesting dies as well. I believe that it will work. It will be the same concept of just folding it into 4s and making sure they're attached and then grouping them all together, but it will give you a little bit different look of a flower. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.